All right, we are back from our first race weekend of the year. That was the March to Grid event with NASA at VIR. We are back. Car's up on the jacks. We got it cleaned up, and we're working on some upgrades for Summit Point coming up in a couple of weeks. I did not take a lot of these types of videos when I was at VIR. I just forgot, first race of the year. But it was a pretty good weekend. We were supposed to have 3 cars in ST4, which is the new class that I'm running this year. We were supposed to have myself, Nathan in a K24 powered Miata, and Adam in a 350Z. Unfortunately, Adam, his engine let go on Friday on the test day, so he wasn't able to race. Nathan won the first race on Saturday. Congrats to him. This was or at least my first race in Thunder in a while. And we started in wave 1B, which is like the second set of cars out, and we were behind some pretty fast, high horsepower cars. We do a rolling start. I got a little held up by a couple cars at the back of that first wave in the first couple of turns, and Nathan just shoved his Miata in there and got by a couple and was able to get, by the time we got to the backstretch, he was at least half the backstretch ahead of me. So I was running a little faster lap times after that and was able to cut out a lot of that time, but we didn't have enough time for me to catch up. The second race, he was having some trouble with his car. He only did a couple laps, so I took that one. And then the race on Sunday, the second race on Sunday, I skipped. One problem I did have with the car was my radiator filler point. I use a radiator from a 06 to 11 Civic Si that has this separate piece for the filler, and I kind of cobbled together this section for the new radiator setup I did over the winter. And it kept slipping off here. So it was fine when it was on track, but when I would come into the paddock and the car would heat up, it would pop this hose, and I didn't feel like pressing my luck and having that happen on track. So I didn't participate in that last race. The upgrades I did to the cooling system over the winter proved very effective. I did a new radiator duct. You can see that here. I have this blade in the middle that's curved to shoot air up to the top of the radiator, and then it's all shrouded on the front of the radiator in there. You can see a little bit of tape down at the bottom. I didn't put the honeycomb mesh quite low enough, so I noticed a couple rocks still hitting my new radiator, and I didn't like that, so I blocked a little bit of it off. Oil cooler setup. I added this thermostatic sandwich plate from Cetreb. It's got a 180 degree thermostat in it. The oil cooler is located over here behind this grill, and then I added this exit duct over on the side, which is probably a little restrictive, but oil temps were super low, so it was at least not a problem for this first race. Let's see a little bit of it in there. Actually, oil temps were really low. I don't think the sensor's reading properly. You can see the sensor that's in this relocation kit. Hey, Tom. And if we pull up the data, it says I was only hitting 160 degrees. I think it's about 30 degrees off, which would still be only 190 degrees. So that still seems pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. Engine temps never got above 170. No, here we go, 181. So the radiator ducting is definitely doing its job there. So that's some stuff we got going on to get ready for Summit. I'm going to try the EBC 21 pads again, the SR21s. I'm running the SR11s now. The 21s were a little bit too much bite when I was running the Toyo RRs, but I think with the extra grip from the new Toyo R, they'll be okay. I also ended up running some parts store rear pads because I had forgotten how low my pads were, but I got some fresh NDX blues to put on the rear now. And the big change for Summit, hopefully we get this all done in time, is the Penske shocks are here. So I worked with Jonathan at Shaftworks to get new shocks. The fronts fit up perfectly, was able to check all the measurements for those. I got one mocked up over here. The rears were a little short. We weren't getting as much droop as we had planned, so he arranged to have me send those back to Penske in Pennsylvania, so I sent those off yesterday. Hopefully get those back soon. Got a spring order placed with Ibach. Thanks to them for the support. So hopefully those get here, and we'll have some nice shocks to start setting up at Summit to get some miles on them before Hyperfest at VIR in May. We'll be racing ST4 and in the HFGT race. So thanks for watching. And here's race 1 from Saturday.